Uncover the hidden world of political campaigns in just 5 minutes. Join me, your host, David Washington, on Countertop Politics every Monday for exclusive campaign insights, tantalizing innuendo, and the secret sauce behind successful political campaigns. Don't miss out. Let's go.
All right, everyone. It is Monday. It's Countertop Politics with your favorite political innovator, David Washington, here at the Jane Washington Network. And hey, it's Monday. It's Countertop Politics, 5 minutes or thereof of campaign insight, political innuendo, and the secret sauce to winning strategies. And this is one of my favorite topics. I love to trash. And you know something, no pun intended, I guess, maybe so. However, I read an article from OpenSecrets recently, and it was about mailers. Yes, mailers. And of course, I wasn't surprised that there is this over reliance on mailers in these times. It's 2026, the digital age, AI, the blockchain, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, it just blows my mind that there is this huge investment on every level of the political campaign platform. So why is this done? The DNC and the RNC in the 2024 election cycle each spent over $43 million on printing and mailing. $43 million each. I don't get it. And of course, a lot of that goes into the trash. It goes into the garbage because you have only 7 seconds to capture the attention of the voter, your target. And if they got bills and catalogs and all kinds of stuff already stacked in their mailbox, they're going to take a peek at what you got in your mail, in their mail, and toss it. So why do they do this? The so-called strategy, the habitual reader demographic. Now you have to understand that 55% of all voters in 2024 were 50 years or older. Yeah, that's my demographic. That's me. So this group checks their physical mail daily and is statistically more likely to turn out. That is incredibly true. Incredibly true. Now, there's this trust factor. Strategists argue that physical tactic matter feels more trustworthy and subconsciously legitimate than digital ads or, texting. From the behavioral science point of view that we have here at Jane Washington that we apply to our campaigns, there is some truth to that, but that is dwindling in our professional opinion because everyone has one of these things. Yes, a mobile device in front of their face almost every single waking moment of the day. So I believe that behavioral, psychological approach is dwindling. So, and then there's mobilization versus persuasion. Mail isn't necessarily used to change minds, it's used to nudge for potential supporters who are likely to vote for the candidate but need a physical reminder to actually show up. Hey, put a calendar, or something. You all remember those little calendars, that they had magnets on the back, and it'll tell you, what's happening in your community, the days of the week, and then you can put your candidate's information on there. Go back to that. Put that on the fridge. So here's another thing. Following the money, the donors. The retired industry is what we're talking about. Retirees were the top donor group for all 6 federal party committees in 2024. They contributed over $426 million. You go where the money's at, right? And because these are older individuals, typically older individuals, the retirees, they are your prime group for donations or investments in campaigns. So why not? So also, there's this direct ROI, return on investment, because campaigns can actually track who responds to mail in fundraising appeals, and it remains a measurable, however expensive way to bring in small dollar donations from middle America. So, direct mail is used to target older voters for investments in campaigns, despite the expensive cost to do so. And then, here's where my skepticism really sinks in because, you've got the waste factor. Uh, while total dollars are that are being spent for direct mail, mailers account for a shrinking percentage of overall budgets from 20.2% to 11.2% for the RNC since 2016. So there's less and less reliance on direct mail, according to the data from the RNC. There is high overhead. You get postage, you get shipping, you get design, you get copy. It's expensive. The RNC spent $25 million that went strictly towards shipping and postage. Where's the return on investment in that? And then there's institutional inertia. This is what I call folks are just too lazy to do anything else. They're change resistant, and so there are consultants who profit from mail campaigns, and they stick to an old playbook. That's just it. They stick to an old playbook, and a lot of times those campaigns are losing campaigns. So, in essence, here's the takeaway that I want you all to have. It's direct mail persists because it perfectly targets the people who actually vote and donate. Older, high turnout Americans. It's expensive and wasteful to many. However, in a close election, no party is willing to risk leaving a stone unturned. So, this is today's Countertop Politics. I hope you enjoy today's show and that it was useful. I hope that you've learned something. And if there are individuals in the community, family, friends, influencers in the wild, candidates and electeds that you believe can benefit from this type of content, please do not hesitate to share it with them. And of course, more importantly for us, we'd love to engage you, our listeners and our viewers. So keep it up. Please leave a comment across all of our podcast entities and let us know what you think. In the fog of war, there's a lot of things going on. And we want to make sure that our elections are fair and free. But more importantly, that you are engaged, whether you are a voter, whether you are a consultant, a candidate, or elected. We must encourage our fellow Americans to be involved, to engage in an intelligent way, and make America the best that it can ever be. I'm David Washington for Countertop Politics on the J. Washington Network. God bless. Thank you so much. I love you. We're out. We'll see you next time. Bye now.